Hello everyone, welcome to this KTHM e-learning channel. In this lecture, we are going to discuss Einstein's famous mass-energy equivalence relation E is equal to mc square. In previous lecture, we have seen variation of mass with velocity, that is relativistic mass equation. Using that equation, we are going to derive this mass-energy relation E is equal to mc square. Let us consider a particle of rest mass m0. If force F acting on this rest mass m0, and because of this force, if the particle displaces through distance dx in time dt, because of this force, if the particle is displaced through distance dx in time dt, then the work done is equal to force into displacement. Applied force is F, displacement is dx, then force into displacement is work done, and that work done is nothing but the gain in kinetic energy. Then the gain in kinetic energy of the particle is equal to work done on the particle. Therefore, this increase in kinetic energy due to this work done dw is equal to f dx. Then according to Newton's second law, you already know the Newton's second law, that rate of change of momentum, that force, applied force is equal to rate of change of momentum. M into V is momentum, and d by dt of mv, that is rate of change of momentum. Then if we substitute this value of f here, then the increase in kinetic energy is equal to d by dt of mv into dx. This is the force and this is the displacement dx. Then differentiate this momentum with respect to time. Then dek is equal to, write the first derivative of second plus write the second derivative of first, that m into dv by dt plus v into dm by dt into dx. We may write this like this: dek is equal to m dx by dt into dv plus v into dx by dt into dm. But dx by dt is velocity. Dx by dt is velocity. Therefore, this is mv dv, and this v into v is v square dm. Then we get dek, that change in kinetic energy, is equal to mv dv plus v square dm. Let this equation number 1. But for mass moving with velocity, that relativistic mass, in previous lecture we have derived this equation. Relativistic mass is equal to the rest mass upon square root of 1 minus v square upon c square. This is variation of mass with velocity relation. M is equal to m0 upon square root of 1 minus v square upon c square. This equation may be written like this. If we multiply this denominator on left hand side, then m into 1 minus v square upon c square raised to half is equal to m0. If we square both sides, squaring both sides, then here m square, this take c square as LCM, then we get c square minus v square upon c square is equal to m0 square. If we multiply by this c square on right hand side, then we get m square c square minus m square v square is equal to m0 c square. That m square c square minus m square v square is equal to m0 square c square. If we differentiate this equation, differentiate this above equation, then m0 and c is constant. Therefore, if we differentiate the first term, then here derivative of c is 0 because c is constant, and derivative of m square is 2m into dm. Therefore, this derivative of m square is 2m dm into c square minus this, use here product rule, write the second derivative of first, derivative of m square is 2m dm into v square, write the second, write the first derivative of second, that is m square into 2v dv. Here m0 is constant, c is constant, therefore derivative of this right hand term is 0. If we simplify this, then 2m c square dm minus 2m v square dm minus 2v m square dv is equal to 0. Then divide this equation throughout by 2m. If we divide this above expression by 2m, then here this 2m get cancelled. The remaining term is c square dm. Here 2m get cancelled. The remaining term is v square dm. Here one of the m get cancelled. 2m get cancelled and the remaining is vm dv. Therefore we get c square dm minus v square dm minus mv dv is equal to 0. This equation may be written like this: v square dm plus mv dv is equal to c square dm. v square dm plus mv dv is equal to c square dm. Let this equation 2. Then from equation 1 and 2, this is the equation 2. In the equation 2, the left hand side is v square dm plus mv dv. And in the equation 1, the right hand side is mv dv plus v square dm. Therefore, instead of this mv dm plus v square dm, substitute c square dm. Then we get dek, that change in kinetic energy, is equal to c square dm. If particle starts from rest, then initially its velocity is 0. Then the kinetic energy is 0. When the force F applied, it acquires velocity v. Then its kinetic energy becomes Ek. This is the final kinetic energy, Ek. Then the gain in kinetic energy is from 0 to Ek. Therefore, if we integrate both sides, then this integration 0 to Ek of dek is equal to integration of the c square dm, the limits m0 to m, because the initial mass is the rest mass. When the velocity 0 or the particle at rest, its mass is rest mass m0, and when it acquires velocity v, its mass is m. Therefore the limits from m0 to m. If we simplify this, then we get Ek is equal to c square m. The initial mass is m0, final m. Therefore we get Ek is equal to mc square minus m0 c square. This kinetic energy Ek is equal to mc square minus m0 c square, because m is equal to m0 upon square root of 1 minus v square upon c square. This is relativistic mass. Therefore, we may write this equation like this. This is the expression for relativistic kinetic energy. Relativistic kinetic energy, because it depends on the velocity v. Therefore, it is relativistic kinetic energy. It shows that the gain in kinetic energy corresponds to an increase in mass. Corresponds to this gain. This Ek is the gain in kinetic energy, is equal to m minus m0. If we may write this equation like this: m minus m0 into c square. Then this m minus m0 is increase in mass. Therefore, this relativistic kinetic energy corresponds to increase in mass. The term m0 c square, in this expression, this term m0 c square is due to rest mass of the particle, because m0 is rest mass of the particle. Hence, this is called rest mass energy. This is called rest mass energy, or proper energy of the particle. Proper, when at rest, the energy is rest mass energy. The total energy of the particle when it is moving with velocity v, the total energy of the particle is equal to kinetic energy plus potential energy. Here the potential energy is rest mass energy. Therefore, total energy is equal to kinetic energy plus rest mass energy. But the kinetic energy is equal to mc square minus m0 c square. And the rest mass energy is m0 c square. If we substitute this mc square minus m0 c square, that is m minus m0 into c square, is the kinetic energy. And this is the rest mass energy, m0 c square. If we simplify this, m into c square minus m0 c square plus m0 c square minus m0 c square plus m0 c square get cancelled, and we get E is equal to mc square. E is equal to mc square, where this m is the relativistic mass, or thus E is equal to m0 c square upon square root of 1 minus v square upon c square. E is the relativistic energy of particle having relativistic mass m. E is equal to mc square is Einstein's famous mass-energy relation, which gives equivalence between mass and energy. If velocity of particle is very less as compared to the velocity of light, if v is very less as compared to the velocity of light, then this equation modifies to this Ek is equal to mc square minus m0 c square is equal to this m0 c square to 1 minus v square upon c square raised to minus half. Substitute this m is equal to m0 upon 1 square root of 1 minus v square upon c square. Then we get Ek is equal to m0 c square 1 minus v square upon c square raised to minus half minus m0 c square. If we use the binomial expansion, then this term becomes 1 plus 1 half v square upon c square plus 3 by 8 v raised to 4 upon c square plus dot dot. Then as v is very less as compared to c, therefore we neglect this higher order term because numerator is negligible as compared to denominator. Therefore neglect this higher order terms. Then this equation modifies to Ek is equal to m0 c square 1 plus v square upon twice v square minus m0 c square. If we simplify this equation, then this m0 c square minus m0 c square get cancelled. Then this m0 c square into v square upon twice c square, we get 1 half m0 v square. If we simplify this term, then we get Ek is equal to 1 half m0 v square. This is the classical result of the kinetic energy. That in real life we observe the velocities which are very less as compared to the velocity of light. Therefore in Newtonian mechanics, the kinetic energy expression is kinetic energy is equal to 1 half mv square. Ek is equal to 1 half m0 v square. The second case, if this velocity is nearly comparable to the velocity of light, if v tends to c, then this 1 minus v square upon c square tends to 0, because when v tends to c, then this ratio is 1 and 1 minus 1 is 0. Therefore this square root term becomes 0. If we substitute here this 0, then Ek becomes infinite. The kinetic energy becomes infinite. But to get the infinite kinetic energy, the work done must be infinite work to be done to acquire the infinite kinetic energy, which is quite impossible. Therefore, one cannot attain the velocity of light. Therefore, any object or any particle cannot attain the velocity of light, because infinite work is to be done on the particle to acquire this velocity of light. Therefore, the velocity of light is the maximum attainable velocity. That's all in this lecture. Thank you.